just felt really proud that you've woken up before your alarm. And then you fall back to sleep again. I have done this. Okay, I confess. Have you ever stood in the shower, not really washing yet, just letting the water decide your next move, and you get hypnotized by the water and you have really great ideas in the shower? Have you ever had that? Have you ever reread a message over and over before sending it, and then rereading it again, overthinking it, deleting it, rewriting it? Have you ever done that? Have you ever put something in a safe space and then suddenly forgotten where you put it? I think that it comes under the same umbrella as walking into a room and forgetting why you walked into the room. Have you ever felt like making a cup of tea was actually more calming than drinking the tea? The ritual was actually more fun to make the tea than it was to drink it. Have you ever opened the fridge and looked at a bunch of food in your fridge and decided that there's nothing to eat, even though your fridge is totally full? Have you ever cancelled plans and then felt like a wave of relief come over you that actually surprised you, and you felt really glad that you decided to cancel those plans after? Have you ever replayed a conversation over and over in your head, adding in better lines long, long after the conversation? Have you ever had a long song stuck in your head and you just can't remember the name of the song? Have you ever sat down just wanting to rest for 1 minute and then stood up an hour later, unsure where the time went? Have you ever felt more tired after scrolling on your phone than before you started the scrolling? Have you ever noticed how to yourself, I will remember this, and then absolutely did not? Have you ever felt nostalgic for a time that wasn't even that great, but because it felt familiar, it felt so nostalgic? Sometimes the simplest memories are the most peaceful and heartfelt. Have you ever gone to bed early and then stayed awake for reasons you can't explain? Have you ever opened a new notebook and felt that your handwriting should somehow improve instantly? Have you ever enjoyed doing nothing, but only once you finally allowed yourself to? Have you ever looked at the clock and felt personally offended by the time? Have you ever realised that you are hungry, and then you realise that you're hungry and getting annoyed at everything? Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten the entire purpose of walking into that room? Have you ever felt calm listening to background noise like rain, traffic, or a distant hum, and you felt calmer than when you were asleep? Have you ever answered to someone that you are fine, when really the answer was a lot more complicated and you're not fine at all? Have you ever noticed how weekends move faster than weekdays? Suspiciously fast, I would say. Have you ever felt strangely emotional after a random commercial or a video online? Have you ever told yourself that you'll just check one thing and then you've checked everything? Have you ever cleaned one small area and felt so accomplished you cleaned an entire area instantly? Have you ever found yourself very comfortable in routines that you didn't realise you have? Have you ever realised that what you really need is just to rest and not really motivation? Have you ever skied down a mountain listening to your favourite music? Have you ever parked your car and just sat there in your space just to get your head straight before going inside? Have you ever got yourself ready for bed, turn the lights off, and then realised you forgot to lock the front door? Have you ever felt peaceful just simply because no one's asked anything from you? Have you ever sudden moment of clarity about a problem while doing something completely mundane and ordinary? Have you ever felt so proud of yourself for giving something to someone quietly and gracefully without asking for anything in return? Have you ever felt proud of yourself for sorting out a problem for someone and not telling anyone that you did a good deed for the day? Have you ever gone to bed thinking about tomorrow and waking up thinking about yesterday? Have you ever felt older and younger at the same time? Have you ever felt like time suddenly speeding up after a certain age and no one warned you about it? Have you ever enjoyed being alone more than you expected to? Have you ever realized that you were clenching your jaw for no reason at all, and as soon as you massage your jaw muscle, drank a glass of water, your headache disappeared? Have you ever felt like a completely different person depending on the music you're listening to? I am so guilty of feeling this. Music has a huge influence on my mood. Have you ever saved something for later and discovered that later is just mythical and really you should have enjoyed it at that time? Have you ever sat on a park bench with a book, a packet of crisps and a hot drink in a flask and watched the afternoon light? Have you ever felt like changing your life completely and then realised that maybe you'll do it tomorrow or next week or in a month's time, and the years go by and nothing has changed? Have you ever decided that this is the year you're going to start dating again, or you're going to ring that friend, or you're going to take that class, and somehow the rhythm of life takes over and it just never happens? Have you ever thought to yourself that you need a break, but then you realise you need money? Have you ever enjoyed a moment so much that you wished you could just pause on time and live in that moment forever? A magic moment that you want to crystallise and hold dear to your heart. Have you ever felt really grounded and peaceful just by noticing your breath and feeling the air in your lungs? Take a breath here. tried a drink multiple times and still forgotten to drink it? Have you ever walked around your house looking for your phone, realizing that you're actually holding it in your hand? Have you ever been so distracted by the ads on the internet that you completely forgotten why you went on the internet in the first place? Have you ever bought something online and tracked it like it's some sort of life event happening? Have you ever felt so super excited to receive a package that someone from a different time would think that you had won the lottery? Have you ever typed LOL in a message without even smiling? Okay, I think we're going to come to the end now. Please let me know if you have any more of these requests. I'm more than happy to create them for you. Thank you for liking and subscribing.